Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be moving out of my fall setup into a winter setup, and I thought I would take you along for the process. I usually don't do a whole lot of decorating when I'm setting up my traveler's notebooks, really functional pockets and just some simple dashboards, but I'm feeling a little festive. So let's get started and take everything out of my current notebook, and then we'll decide what we're going to put in the new notebook. All of the inserts are going to stay the same, so it's really just a matter of the decorative part. Now for 2024, I will be printing off new inserts. All of my inserts are from CreffectivePaper, and I just like to start fresh. So even if I use like the same weekly pages like this, which I do plan on doing, I will print off new ones, probably 52 of those, so that I have enough to go for the whole year and at least a new month worth of dailies. But it's still November and I have time for that, so not in a hurry to print quite yet. My last insert here had passwords and such in it, so I kind of skipped over that. All right, now I will say this would have been beautiful. The Chic Sparrow creme brulee would have worked just fine for my new setup, but I do like to mix it up. I have quite a collection of notebooks since I've used standard size for several years now, and I wanted a chance to use this black eternal leather cover. If you hear some background noise, my son has a desk in my craft room and he is also crafting this morning, which I absolutely love. So just a little bit of a disclaimer. All right, I took 12 by 12 scrapbook paper first, and I did cut those down off camera to fit inside my plastic dashboard sleeves. So I have 4 sets of those since I have 4 plastic sleeves. And then I took some scrapbook paper and cut down these labels just to keep things consistent with kind of the front of these decorative inserts for the dashboard. And next up I have these really cute quotes from the CocoaDaisy Christmas kit. So I'll go through these real quick. I am going to use the top 4. That's what I created these little red placeholders for. And I won't read them all out loud to you, but they are super cute, kind of bring a cohesive look to the dashboards even though the papers are different. So I picked out my favorite 4. The way I'm going to do this is going to make it so I can switch these out throughout the month if I want to. Let me scooch these off to the side and work on this one. So all I'm going to do is take some washi. I had thought about just using an adhesive tape runner or like a glue stick to do this, but then I wouldn't be able to change them out. It would be kind of like a permanent situation, and this will just make it easier to switch things out if I want to. And since these are going inside those plastic dashboard sleeves, I don't really see these moving around too much or getting bumped underneath the plastic. I just realized that I wanted this saying on my first dashboard and this saying on the one with stockings, just because this is about buying things for Christmas, stockings, and then this one was really snarky and funny, and I want this pine cone print on my first dashboard, and then I don't think the other two really matter. Okay, so I have those made, ready to go, and now I'm going to take my inserts and remove them, take out the papers, and fill them in. So this is the one that I wanted to be my first dashboard. Oops, got confused with those because I'm also using the back of this wood grain pattern for my other insert. So we have that, straighten that up a little, and then these are my 2 yearly inserts. I will link my November setup, so if you're interested in what the actual inserts are inside of this, that's more of a functional setup video. But I did make off camera, so this is my yearly, and this has been in here since like January, and I'm gonna leave that, and it's around my 2023 monthly. But I did make off camera with some paper another one of these. This is again just paper from like scrapbook.com. I had an old adhesive from several years ago that I found that says "'Tis the season to sparkle," and I'm going to put that around my 2024 insert. And I kind of like how these jewel tones look next to each other. Like blue isn't a traditional Christmas color, but I think it looks really nice with this color green and the red. And that's gonna go inside this first plastic sleeve. These plastic sleeves are from the Chic Sparrow. So I have my first one ready to go. I'm going to repeat that process for my other books. Okay, now that I have that done, that's most of the work for setting a new month up for me. So I'm just going to put these back on the elastics in order I do yearly. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so the other thing is, usually I just use a 4-strand notebook. This one from Eternal Leather Goods I had custom made with 6 strings in the middle. I'm not going to use all of them, and I want my inserts to be centered. So I'm going to use the center 4 strands. I'm going to skip the first one and the last one. Okay, so I have those 4 in. A lot of times I like to kind of shimmy everything and press down, make sure it's centered on the spine, just because that's how I am. And then I like to close it and make sure everything's lined up. So I don't believe that even though there's 6 strands on this notebook, that they made the spine any wider. It's their typical spine. So you can see I don't have a very chunky notebook. I still have plenty of room to grow. So if you are a person that likes a slimmer setup, you are definitely going to be fine with the Eternal Leather Goods covers. If you're someone that likes to chunk them up a little bit, I, again, still have plenty of room to do that. So this is definitely my favorite part of decorating and setting up for a new month, picking out the papers, picking out the embellishments. Just the creative process for me is something that I really enjoy, and I love how it turns out when everything's in here. And then I do not very much decorating up here. These front pockets are laid out differently than my one from the Chic Sparrow. So I need to decide what I'm gonna do there. I do have this little plastic sleeve. I made this out of lamination years and years ago to hold these project size cards and project life size cards. I picked out a really old card, Simon card from CocoaDaisy, and a New Year's one over here. And I'm going to slip that in here, and I'll probably end up adding some sort of tag to the top. But it's a way to show off these cards and keep them kind of protected. Let me just slip that in and see what that looks like for now. And I'm gonna leave that there for now and just keep on going here. I have been also organizing my stash of supplies, taking inventory of what I need for 2024 and what I definitely don't need. And I came across these old stickers. I don't even remember where they're from. If you know, you can comment and help some people out maybe. But I'm going to just tuck that in here as a little bit of decoration for now. And then I have this stuff that was in my November setup. My ruler card from Cloth and Paper. I think I will keep that because I use it on the daily. I have my calendar card that has October and November on it. I do have December printed already. This is from CreffectivePaper. I think I just took like an A5 size printable and cut out just the calendar portion and laminated it. I like to have this out. It's a Monday start. So if I don't want to keep, you know, if I'm planning in my weekly insert and I don't want to keep flipping back necessarily to my month view and I just need this little month at a glance, it's kind of handy to have that there. So we will keep that in the front pocket as well. Hopefully it fits and I don't have to trim it down because these pockets are different than my last notebook. And then I was using these brown colored Post-it notes from Cloth and Paper. I think they still look really nice. Let's see how they look in that, or do I want to put it, I think I'll put them in this pocket just to make things lay a little flatter. I do use 2 Oli Clips, and again, they're both a brown color, and I think they still work just fine. So this first one, I'm going to make this open up to the current month of November and just clip it to my actual plastic dashboard like that. And then the other one I like to keep on my daily view, kind of the same situation. Get open here to the next couple days. And I like my notebooks to lay pretty flat if they're open on my desk, and most of the time I'm open to my daily page. So you can see if I kind of bend it and set it down, that helps it lay flat. Sometimes this magnet kind of connects with the magnet up front and helps it lay even flatter, but it looks like I have too much paper between the two of those. But not bad at all as far as laying flat goes. Okay, now typically I would be done with my setup here. I do not add, again, a lot of decoration at all, but since it's Christmas, I have been, or going to be Christmas holiday season, I've been going through some of my stash and I'm gonna pull out individual bags. I have everything in a plastic tote and then sorted into kind of categories into just Ziploc bags. And I'm gonna grab those and we're gonna go through them and see if there's anything in there that I wanna include in this setup. Okay, so this bag has all of my PeoniesPaperie bows. And I used to use these all the time, and then again, just have become a little bit more functional and didn't like them in the way. I might go ahead and use that one because it just matches so perfectly. I also have like all my old CocoaDaisy ribbon bow paper clips in here, but that would be too much for me, so I'm just gonna use that one. In this bag, I have all of my fabric paper clips from KellyEvaDesigns, and a lot of them, you know, they're holiday themed. I have one here for St. Patrick's Day. Let's see, I could maybe use that one. There's Easter, fall, donuts, Halloween. I don't want to do more hearts. Maybe that one. Also have this winter one, but it doesn't really match my setup. Just going through these here. I have this green plaid one that might work. And I do have a big kind of buffalo plaid insert. Let's just consider those few. Put these away. So again, I would put these on the actual dashboard. So this one towards the front, and then which one of these goes best with the theme and looks good with this? I think I'm going to do that green one. So I'll take this and put it in the back dashboard. All right, I like that. This bag has all dangle paper clips with little charms on the end that I've collected from different places. I'm not feeling the vibe of those right now, so I'm gonna set this bag off to the side. This bag has all ribbon paper clips, either ones that I've made myself or collected. And let's just dump this out and kind of see what we have. I thought maybe this is the one that I wanted. Or do we want to put that up here? Kind of like that. And the reason I like these versus some other decorative clips is because it's just one sheet of ribbon situation here, and then it doesn't add too much bulk. Next up, we have my specialty paper clips. They're a little bit more decorative or holiday specific. So I have some puffy ones, and then I have a bunch of these felt balls. This one had a little witch's hat on it for Halloween, and I have some palms. I don't want to use the palms. This would be really cute, but again, I'm not feeling super decorative. I think I'll just add this teeny tiny green felt ball. Again, I haven't done this in so long. Let's they might end up driving me crazy because I haven't had them on for so long and they fall off when I'm not careful tossing my planner into my bag and such. Okay, there we go with that. And then these are all my planner tails that hang off the strings. As well as these little clips that have kind of a charm hanging on them. What I wanted to use for sure were my monkey knots from CharmedGoodz. These do kind of get tangled because they're just in the bag. So I want to use that. And then let me see what else I have that might match. I know I have some Christmas or winter specific items. This would be really pretty. But maybe a fall. This is more definite winter with the mittens. So far I like that combination best, I think. We'll go with that. And then how I put these on, if they're the full standard size, you can get these like specific to your planner size. I usually open up and put it around my last 3 inserts and kind of nestle that down in between the plastic dashboards like that. And then same thing with this one. This would fit like any traveler's notebook, right? Because it's just a short little tail, which I've kind of switched to getting these because then it doesn't matter if I switch sizes. They're still gonna work. And then you can see those down here. I think those are super cute. The last thing I want to do is kind of look through the die cuts and tabs. These came from the December CocoaDaisy kit. And I feel like the CocoaDaisy kit had more of a mint and pink and bright red and green theme, so I'm not sure if any of these will really match my setup. This one might, or that one's too red. I just wanted one to put on this. You can kind of see the adhesive because I used to use this every month and then just change my tab out. I think we'll do that again. So these are, or used to be, adhesive, so you should just be able to peel the back off. You could also just put this on with washi tape like I did the other elements in my setup. Make sure I get this on straight. And then we can leave that in here. Perfect. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I was just dying to move into the setup once I got my papers in from scrapbook.com and my CocoaDaisy Christmas kit got here, and I really love this pine cone and berry paper up front, and I think it looks super classy against the black planner. A little more decorative than I've been used to the past year or so, but it was fun to sit down and go through all my stuff and take my time and pick out all the elements that I really loved and wanted in this setup. Thanks for joining me in the process. If you have questions about anything that I did, please feel free to comment and I will try to get you an answer. Bye, friends.